So today is June 19th. Just thought I would do an update video of my beautiful garden. These veggies have exploded. I've got the zucchini that are well on their way, 2 zucchini plants, which probably will run out of room soon. The tomatoes are doing well and producing some flowers. I don't know if you can see these peppers here. A red pepper and 2 green peppers. This is another red pepper. And here we have a jalapeno plant, which is slowly but surely coming along. And look at these beets. I'm not sure when they're ready to harvest. 2 rows of beets, and these radishes are crazy, so I'm going to pick some for lunch because I noticed some of them are ready to pick. So that didn't take long because I only planted them, the long weekend in May. So what's that, 5 or 6 weeks? So it goes fast. And then my beautiful green bean plant. So that was the only one that germinated. I planted more seeds here, so hopefully we'll get some more. And then here is the okra that I got from Julia, which is kind of an unusual vegetable that we don't normally eat, but let's see how that grows. Okay, let's go on to the perennials because, can we turn around, Fish? And I just mulched this area to kind of have a defined border for the grass, and you can see the daylilies there. I put a hydrangea here, so that's doing well, and the lady's mantle. So this garden is looking nice and full. And then we'll go over against the wall. These snow in June are finished. The Russian sage is well on its way, and we'll have some big purple blooms on there soon enough. The ground covers, all my ground covers are yellow, so we've got a spread of yellow there. The spireas are flowering. Look how nice they look. And I'll just pass the camera here. And these daylilies, now I'm a bit concerned because there's only one flower bud that I see, but hopefully the rest of the plants will flower. And look at the coreopsis that I babied over last year, and it's just full of blooms. And then in the front, I've got something from Julia. I thought it was black-eyed Susans, but it may be echinacea. I'll have to see when that blooms. And here is the evening primrose, irises, which are totally done. This purple geranium is almost done. I may cut that back. And look at the daisies. Ooh, they're doing really well. Look how thick that is. There's going to be some big blooms on there. I have a support around, so hopefully they won't fall over. And more lady's mantle and sedum. And then to the other side here, this vine is detained. The phlox, which will have beautiful pink flowers, I'll have to support those, mixed amongst the daylilies. And there's some purple geranium that has found a home there. So that's looking well too. Okay, so here we got the front of the house. You see the hydrangea and the yellow evening primrose, but look at that phlox. It's really thick. It's doing really well. Look at all those flowers on it. I'm really happy with that. I think it's stunning. Here is the rose, no, it's called Stella Dora daylilies, and all my other stuff that's filling in the front garden here. So now we'll move on to the back. So here we are in the back garden. You can see everything's filled out. yellow ground spreader there, the lady's mantle, but behind the lady's mantle is this beautiful clematis. Now it didn't grow very tall. I'm not familiar with this one so much yet, but hopefully it'll grow taller next year. But it did produce flowers, and it's an unusual one in that it can tolerate just morning sun. So unlike the other clematis in the front, which needs full sun, this is doing well with just the morning sun, so I'm happy with that. And then I was just trimming the deutzia. Because the flowering is finished now, so I gave it a nice shape. In front we've got the coral bells, which I have to check for caterpillars on a regular basis because they're eating the leaves. And then we've got the dianthus, I think it's called, that's going to flower with some coral bells in front. And I'm just working on some mulching. Hello again. This is the deutzia, which I trimmed this morning because the flowering period is finished, so I think I gave it a nice shape. In front we've got the coral bells, which I have to keep an eye on because the caterpillars are eating the leaves on there. And then we've got this dianthus, I think it's called, or dianthus? I'm not sure. It's going to flower soon. And in front we've got some beautiful coral bells, which I've been babying because those plants have been part of this house since we moved in. And more yellow ground cover, and then the flowering sedums. So Michelle's going to take you on a tour of the rest of the back here. It's all filling in really nicely. Some more flowering sedum, which I'll have to trim as soon as it's finished. We've got that beautiful phlox, which is going to have white flowers on it, next to these daisies, which are also doing well. And then here I did some cleaning up, so the astilbe has some room to grow next to the Japanese painted fern, which is well. And look at these hostas. I love the way they fill out in this corner. And the flowering baskets, which look good. And the gora, which hopefully will produce some flowers soon. Here I have my eggplant, so if anybody can tell me what's eating these leaves, I'd be happy to know. So we'll see how those turn out. I've had to put some wire around because I thought it was rabbits eating the leaves, but now I'm not sure. And I've got these marigolds in there that I hoped would take the bugs away, but no such luck. Look at the sedums. We've got a nice sedum hedge there. Don't mind all that wood. We need to get rid of that. And then this other garden, which I really haven't spent much time on, but you can see the grasses are growing, and the hostas and the sedums, and yeah, it's doing well. I've got some Japanese painted fern in the back and some hostas growing there as well. And then we'll just move on to this garden here because it's looking good with the flowering evening primrose. But look at the back, that beautiful astilbe. Now Miles gave me that piece a couple of years ago, and it's really producing this year. So that's a nice showpiece for the back of that garden.